Hi Ready Set Mums, welcome back. You are now in your 37th week of pregnancy. If you are still with us, you are now considered full term because full term is considered between 37 and 42 weeks of pregnancy. Yes, you have a 5-week window. My beautiful firstborn Ayla was delivered via C-section during the 37th week, and I talk about that a lot and share more about that on Ready Set Mum, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit more at the end of this video. Now, your baby is about the size of a romaine lettuce, so he or she is 19 inches or slightly more in length and weighs around about 6 to 6.5 pounds. Your baby will be putting on between 0.7 ounces, which is around about 20 grams every single day, and most newborns are delivered at around about 20 inches in length. Now, your baby is forming more dexterity in its hands and fingers, so if you were to see it, it's grabbing at its nose and its toes, and it's also starting to drop, which means it is descending further and further down into your pelvic area. This is why your belly seems like it is getting lower and lower and lower. Your baby is also probably busy sucking on its fingers and its toes, which is really actually important because this is how it forms the skills to feed once your baby is delivered. Now, if you were to have an ultrasound this week, your doctor would check for the motor coordination of your baby. If you do have an ultrasound, a really fun thing to do is take in a torch or a light or use the light on your phone and hold it to your belly, and you will see your baby's head turn towards the light if it is awake. Okay, now a lot of things you might be noticing this week is that you might be cranky, you might be having mood swings. A lot of women are feeling over it by this point and are trying everything to bring on labor, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. You might also just be relaxed and preserving this time. Make sure you take plenty of photos and journal this down. You might also be having some back aches around now, some Braxton Hicks, going to the toilet a lot, and your discharge might be more, so you might have more vaginal discharge around this time. You might also start having signs of labor. So a lot of women can have signs of labor days, sometimes even weeks leading up to the time that they actually enter full-blown labor. I love that term. It's not a specific term, but it's the one that I use. So you can check once again for your mucus plug. You may be losing it in bits. It may have completely come out, and this can be signs that your labor is drawing near. It may mean that it's going to happen in 5 minutes. It may mean that it's going to happen in 5 weeks, but it is always really, really, really exciting. Now, your checklist for this week. Make sure, if you haven't already, that you install a car seat just to be ready because you need something to bring your beautiful baby home safely with. Let us know how you go and if your relationship survives through this. And in some states, it is imperative that you actually get your car seat checked or installed by a professional because it is law. Now, your after delivery checklist. Do you have everything sorted? Do you know where you're going to go for your prenatal visits? You can actually schedule them now. You can schedule yourself in for a breastfeeding class if this is something that you want to do. Ladies, make sure that you're drinking plenty of water and trying to avoid caffeine as well. This is just really important for you to keep hydrated and do what you can to be comfortable. So take plenty of warm showers. I used to take my big seating ball into the shower, okay? Have warm baths because you may notice that there is quite a lot of back pain. Your belly is low, it is big, and this can also be an early sign of labor leading up to your time of delivery. And you might also notice that there is a lot of pressure. I remember both of my babies feeling really, really heavy around this time, and you may need to go out and get some hemorrhoid relief because it can get quite painful if you've got them around this time because of the weight that's putting pressure on down there. Also, just a hint, if you do have hemorrhoids or if you don't, pack some hemorrhoid relief in your hospital bag because it comes in really handy after you've delivered your baby if you have problems with hemorrhoids. Now, I remember at this time I was doing everything I possibly can. I read all the wives' tales to try and bring on labor with Ayla because I did want to deliver her naturally, but we were given a time frame for cesarean section. So I was literally eating curry, eating eggplant, eating pineapple, walking down the pavement with 1 foot on the pavement, 1 foot on the road. I tried acupuncture. I went to a chiropractor and got my hips aligned. I put moxibustion sticks on my toes, and because she was breech, we were also trying to get her to turn. So we had an ECV the last week, but I was doing handstands against the wall while I was eating pineapple, and I can even remember standing at the end of the pool of where we were staying in a bikini. I don't recommend you doing it, but doing flips, trying to get her to turn. So let us know what you're doing, whether you're relaxed, whether you're trying the wives' tales. I believe that babies will come when they are ready to come, but let us know what you're doing. Let us know whether you're enjoying this journey. We're enjoying being here with you. Some of you are going to leave us after this week because I'm so hopeless. Because your babies will be born this week. Congratulations to you. But for those of you that are coming back for week 38, we will see you next week to talk about the final few weeks of your pregnancy. I'm hiding from my kids, but before you go, do you love this video? And did you want more great pregnancy information delivered directly to you? If so, make sure you just drop by and subscribe to Ready Set Mum using the links below. Good luck.